Wedana, one of the border communities in the Pusiga district of the Upper East region. At least 15 fuel stations usher visitors on a stretch of road that takes less than 10 minutes to cover, leading to the town center. It is unclear why such a number of fuel stations in a town with a population of only about 8,000. Many people who live here say it is because the town shares borders with Burkina Faso and Togo. On first visit here on June 15, 2019, it was a busy day as locals made trips across the entry points. Wedana stretches over Burkina Faso, Ghana and Togo. The huge number of visitors offers hope to many residents for business. Just a few meters away from Wedana is a community known as Bimpella, in which the white water flows through. This is one of the many porous entry points in the Wedana area. On our arrival at about 11 a.m. Saturday, June 15, we saw many young guys smuggling goods out of Ghana through the white water. Security personnel are hardly stationed here permanently to check what goes out and what comes in. Just when we were about to leave, these immigration officers on special duty from Accra, our camera captured the personnel seizing goods from the illegal traders from neighboring country Burkina Faso.
What are they saying? What are they saying?
They are saying that this part is Togo. This part is Togo. Our limit is up there.
As the motto of the service says, friendship and vigilance, the personnel conducted the operations in peace and with vigilance. The sentiment of these Burkinabés now bring to the fore contention between the two countries as to where the borderline ends. This disagreement has persisted for years, with both sides claiming ownership of the white water.
That was last 2 years. They nearly fought, we and then the Togolese, because of the river. The river, because according to our parents, the river is in Ghana. But now the Togo people are claiming that the river also belongs to them. So even last 2 years, they nearly fought there. And the customs, the Pusiga, this chief, Udana chiefs, they all delegated people. They came and then they went to the descent and then.
And because there's no, border posts, we find it difficult to, actually know where, the border is. And because of that, we ourselves always find, ourselves quarreling because we don't have a clear, border post that will show that this is Togo, this is Burkina. So sometimes you might be moving into, Burkina, you don't know that you're moving into Burkina. Sometimes you're moving into Togo, you don't know you're moving into Togo. And because we are using the river as our border, any activity that happens here, once the person is able to cross the river, then the person thinks he's on the other land, either in Togo, in Burkina or in Ghana. And that was why I was saying that if we could have a clear border, line, then it will help us.
We can be conversing here and like in the night, 11 going to 12 or going to 1 even, we will see some car crossing the border and be in the country. We don't know that car, how it is.
Now the river, it serves as a kind of resource now because people go there to win sand. And because people go to win sand, now Ghanaians think the river is in Ghana. Togolese think the river is in Togo. So there's always that kind of conflict. Anytime they go to win sand or anything that happens and you go there, there's always a conflict. So the river now is a source of conflict because it's like a kind of wealth to either Ghana or Togo because the people go there to win sand.
Salifu, Kazoza is the chief of Palmankum.
We are pleading to the governor that he should look that one for us. If not that, one day, it will cause a confusion. We don't want confusion to come so that the governor will now come in to help us. So they are claiming that the places belong to Togo, and we are claiming that the places belong to Ghana. And there too, there is other places, and there is a boundary. If you go, you see the boundary. There is no any problem there. But the place where we can't find the boundary, that place is a problem for us.
The fact of the matter is that
Abdullah
today,
as the Pusigat District Chief Executive
can be able to tell us where the border lines are supposed to be. It is now discretion. These people would say that, oh, our grandfathers told us that this is where the pillar was supposed to be. And these people also tell us that their grandfathers said this is where the pillars are supposed to be. So we have to engage the community members and then the chiefs. And the chiefs among themselves cannot even agree as to where the pillars are supposed to be.
Mr. Abdullah says a meeting was held for the three countries to look into the issue. He calls for external intervention to resolve the disagreement immediately.
Because of our relationship, we have formed some tripartite meetings where Ghana, Togo and Burkina, the districts that are sharing border with the boundaries, we meet at least once every year in each country. I think last February, something, I think early this year, we met in Togo. Myself, my DASEC team, all went there. We met with the Togo team. Burkina also came with their team. We met, we discussed common border issues and how we can be able to resolve them locally while we send our reports to our superiors. And we have agreed that we may be meeting again very soon in Ghana here, and also we meet in Togo. The plan is that within a year we should be able to meet in all the three countries at least once, so that if there are this issue that need to be addressed, if there are concerns that need to be put out there, we will be able to address them within ourselves locally, so that we'll be able to have free movement of persons and goods within our jurisdiction without any fear.
Criminals capitalize on this porous entry point to commit all manner of illegality. Robbery is becoming the most widespread as residents recount their experiences.
So where I am standing is Ghana, but if you move a bit, I mean some few steps away from where I am standing, up there is Togo. And this is exactly where residents say most crimes have been committed for the past few days, and they are not happy about the situation here. Yeah, the incident that happened here is that one of our brothers came from Togo. He went to see one of our relatives there, and he's coming back, and two armed robbers just attack him by the river here. When they just crossed him, they removed the gun, and they appointed him and said he should bring the key. He gave the key to them, and they take the motor away. They called us home, and they are passing through our Widana there, and we just come to meet them, but we didn't see them. They ran away. Widana here, we don't know we are Burkina based or we are Togolese. We don't know. Last week or last 2 weeks, Togolese came to attack us with our border here. They are for that place.
Yes, sorry, Ghana and Togo.
When we were young, we were able to tell which portion of the land belonged to Ghana. But now, the Togolese keep building into our territory. Our leaders are silent on the issue, but we the youth are not happy at all. Authorities have been here on several occasions. The BNI, immigrations, customs and even military officials have been here, but as soon as they left, the matter died. Recently, the Togolese prevented our people from erecting electricity poles because they claim that portion of the land belongs to them. Fortunately, we were not around at that moment. I am sure if we were, conflict would have started right there. Do our authorities regard us as human beings? We want to know.
Ghana. Yam say enka no kore sa da na eni ho. Nka ye wo sa da na minim say basa be start sa da no because am pan for no aya ye hwe say bia ye wo down ha no.
This is one of 2 approved entry points, Pulumankum in the Pusiga district. Officers here declined to speak on record, but they say multiple unapproved entry points and lack of logistics for security personnel here remain the biggest challenge. Only 1 patrol vehicle is available for patrols at the entry points on a daily basis. This is Kulungungu, another approved entry point in the district. Everything here is done perfectly for travelers and vehicle owners. These long trucks carrying onions from Niger have to undergo lots of documentation to be allowed to enter Ghana. Both customs and immigration officials must be alert, as they always make sure checks are done properly on travelers. But just some meters away is another unapproved entry point, providing access to many foreigners who either ride or walk.
So the building you see behind me, these buildings, are in Burkina Faso, and far away from my extreme left is the border over there, the Burkina border. And so what happens here is that people can walk in and out of Kulungungu without passing through the border over there.
Last month we experienced this, and we follow a thief who ran inside here, that we can't go after him because he has already crossed the border, and because there's no security here, he can't just pass there. He passed here and walk to Burkina.
People do visit anytime and leave anytime. Our people do go there through the same routes, and it doesn't pass through the border. So right now, you see the place is just clear. There are no security men around, and anybody walking in or riding in can come and leave without the notices of any security man or the neighbors around. The market is just around here. Anyone walking in just goes there and comes back, transacts any business he or she wants, and leaves. So regards to security is really poor. As we speak, right here, over here is very poor. Instead of passing through the border, I can decide to pass here to Burkina Faso and back. And then someone from Burkina Faso can equally pass here into the town and then back without any security personnel noticing his arrival and then departure.
There are many unapproved routes both Ghanaians and foreigners use to ply their trade, legal or otherwise. On June 24, 2019, 3 police officers from Togo entered Ghana to arrest a suspected fraudster at Congo in the Timpani district. The officers did not seek any clearance or even collaborate with their Ghanaian counterparts. Reliable sources say the Togolese used one of the unapproved routes to enter the country. Angry residents of Congo attacked the officers and seriously injured one of them and seized the weapon of the other. The Togolese officer was hospitalized, and it took the intervention of Ghanaian security personnel to restore calm. The situation at Mognori in the Boko municipality is not different. These residents are also alert due to proximity to where gunmen from Burkina Faso were spotted a few months ago. They say empowering security personnel to man this area is paramount. This river separates Ghana from Burkina Faso. Just like many porous entry points in the Burkina area, there's a lot of free trade here, and all one needs to do is to be able to cross the river. These young men have taken it upon themselves to monitor and report any suspected individual. They spend almost 6 hours monitoring while helping others with their luggage to cross the river. Isaac Salifu is one of them.
Anytime we spot a suspected criminal, we inform the immigration officers so that they would come and arrest him.
Idrisu Salifu is a Burkinabe but collaborates with the Ghanaian counterparts to report any suspected criminals. Salifu has been working closely with his Ghanaian friends since the news of gun attack in Burkina Faso.
Oui, bonsoir, monsieur. Nous, on est un Burkinabé. Comme nous, on est sur les frontières, s'il y a un homme qui passe, ce n'est pas un bon homme, nous, on peut le signaler, on veut l'attraper. Il y a les gens qui passent ici, nous, on ne se connaît pas. Comme on passe comme ça, on peut la...
Good evening, sir. We are from Burkina Faso, and all we do over here is that when we see unknown people in the area, we call them, we interrogate them, and sometimes we do search them. When their answers and appearance sound suspicious to us, we report them to the police for proper investigation. We have among us a Ghanaian who is helping us do this. The mindset behind this is that we want to avoid Boko Haram issues and other related matters.
Bonsoir. Comme nous, on a une Burkinabé, nous, on a là-bas, sinon on voit un homme qui va passer ici au Ghana, ce n'est pas un bon homme, nous, on peut arrêter, on appelle les policiers, on veut le vérifier, voir. Si c'est un bon homme, on laisse, on part. Si ce n'est pas un bon homme, on arrête seulement.
Ça, c'est le jeu arabe, moi. Voilà, Boko Haram, c'est man, voilà,
It is really true that we are scared. Where gunmen attacked in Burkina Faso is not far from us. And if they start attacking your neighbors, then you may be their next target. We don't know what actually our neighbors did to receive that attack. We are really scared.
From Wedana, Pulmankum, Pulungugu, Bimpella, Mognori, and all other border entry points, both approved and unapproved, the spirit of West African integration comes to life. People walk across the borders to and from Ghana, Burkina Faso, and Togo. This can, however, be the Achilles heel of a region grappling with security concerns because criminals explore porous borders to commit crime. There are reported cases of armed robbery along the borders in the Boko area. The businessman Ibrahim, not his real name, was robbed of his money and other property at Wedana. These porous entry points have been classified as trouble spots, and residents say they are in constant fear.
Armed robbery there, that one is even rampant. The armed robbery is even rampant because every blessed day they will attack people around Kogatem site, our nearby community. They will attack people there, collect their motos from them. Kogatem is just a stone through. If you cross the river, no, there is one community there. That's also Ghana. So always we have been hearing that people have been attacked and their motos have been taken away from them and even at times monies.
On the Burkina side too, there's one village there we call Sanga. Sometimes I cross there, I have a machine there that I normally cross to go and supervise the people. And when I went there, I understand, some of those people came and shot about 4 people in a village called Sanga in Burkina. So, hearing all these things, obviously, we are not at peace. We don't know what time these things can get into, Ghana. So, on that, for the little experience that we have had, I think these are, a few of it.
Mahmud Mohammed-Nurudeen for Joy News.